My apartment is a total mess right now. To make dinner and then head to the gym. Good morning. It is Thursday today and it is around 8:55. I have just woken up and brushed my teeth, and I thought today will be a very productive day because after I quit my job, I created a spreadsheet of all of these errands and tasks that I needed to get done, and I have only touched maybe a quarter of them. I think things have just piled up a lot because of burnout, but I really want to have a day where I just go hard and get through all these things because they're all for me at the end of the day. Aside from tasks that I need to do, I also had different chores just pile up. My apartment is a total mess right now. My curtains have fallen down, my desk is a mess, the kitchen's a mess. I haven't taken out the recycling in a while. So as you can probably guess, things feel so chaotic in my place, and I really want to address that so that I can start to just feel good. I also need to give notice to my landlord that I'm moving out in about a month, and I have been putting it off because the idea of moving out just feels like another list of tedious things to take care of. But, it's gonna be something that I can eventually look forward to. It's living in another part of the city, feeling like I'm not paying exorbitant amounts of rent, and it'll be nice to have a clean apartment and then just relax my final month that I'm here and take care of things bit by bit. I really can't justify living here another month when I live by myself and I pay twice the amount of rent that I probably could if I just sublet for a few months. I'm sold on moving out. I'm just dragging my feet on the bit where I have to actually do the work. With all that in mind, I thought we could structure today kind of like an 8-hour workday, but just focus real hard on errands and chores. It's around 9 a.m. I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm gonna have breakfast, and then once I start my day around 10 a.m., I'm gonna cap my progress at 6 p.m. because, I don't know, just keep it an 8-hour workday, because otherwise I'm gonna feel like this is never ending, and I'm also going to lose focus. I was lazy and didn't make breakfast, so I'm gonna have what I made for dinner, which is some miso soup. Also, it's another day, so we need another coffee. Except I've been really on a matcha kick lately, so I'm gonna make a matcha instead of a coffee. Okay, a little mishap there, but we made the matcha. So it is 9:42, which means we are gonna finish our day around 5:42. You might see me wear gloves for a lot of today because I have nasty eczema all over my hands and I'm trying to keep it protected. My doctor recommended that I use this antibiotic cream and then put Aquaphor all over it, so I'm just wearing the gloves so that I can still use my hands but keep my hands protected. We're gonna get started, and the first thing that we are going to do is I have a bunch of computer work to do, but this is such a mess that I can't really focus at my desk. So we're gonna start off by just clearing off this desk, and hopefully that'll make me feel better, and then we can get a bunch of computer stuff, send out some emails, do some text related things. So yeah. quick check-in. It is 11:24 and I've just spent the last couple of hours looking at like different things. I scheduled a tire rotation for my car, figured out how to like fix the fact that I contributed way too much to my Roth IRA last year. I emailed my landlord to let him know that I'm moving out. So yeah, it's been pretty productive morning, but I think now I'm gonna take a break and do some cleaning in the kitchen. I think after I do some chores, I'm gonna finish up some editing because that's been on my mind. So I realized I'm silly and I did get the Cobra mail, so I actually need to enroll in health insurance. I guess back to the computer real quick. Okay, great. So I've been looking at healthcare for the last 45 minutes, and turns out Cobra is a lot more expensive than I thought. But this is all good because the more I look at it, the more I'm clear about what my options are for healthcare. But enough about that. It is 12:16. I think for lunch I am craving to have dumplings. So let's go ahead and make some dumplings, and then maybe we'll like do some house chores and stuff, as I mentioned before. I got replacement glass from Fleur because I broke the one that came in my family set, but it's beautiful. Hey guys, welcome to the couch. I'm taking a little bit of a break. It is 2 p.m. and earlier I said that I would eat lunch and then do some cleaning and stuff. Then you saw I found out that I can enroll in health insurance because I did receive the mail that I was waiting for. And then the more that I like looked through it, I looked at how much Cobra insurance would cost. I looked at the different like plans on Covered California. And then I like filled out a form and realized that I'm eligible for Medi-Cal because I don't have income right now. And the amount that I made at the beginning of the year is underneath, that eligibility limit. So until I get another job that could impact my eligibility, I can be on Medi-Cal, which is California's version of Medicaid. And then I was confused because I really don't want to switch my doctors and my therapist. So that freaked me out a little bit. I was like, not sure if Medi-Cal would cover my current doctors. Did some digging and it seems like it will, as long as I choose the right plan that works for both my therapist and my primary care doctor. So I don't know, that I've just been looking through that for the last hour. I quickly ate my lunch while browsing online to try to understand what all of this is. Man, I feel like when it comes to financial literacy and figuring out things like this, it's quite a black box until you're forced to actually do it, and then you just do a lot of internet searches to figure stuff out. But anyway, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break because that stressed me out quite a bit. And then I'll probably sit here for, 5-10 minutes, and then we'll get going with the kitchen stuff. I don't really need to do anything right now to enroll in healthcare. Seems like it will be all good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty bummed out right now. I think because my hand is acting up so much that I just started sitting and picking at my skin again, and now it just feels just super gross. I went ahead and applied more of that antibiotic cream and Aquaphor, and I'm now leaving my hand alone, but I can still feel it kind of stinging from everything, and I just I feel so awful about it. Lately I feel when I am having really bad eczema on my hands, it makes me not want to do anything because I have to use my hands so much, whether that's like I can't actually really use any devices while I have these gloves on, because for some reason when I tried them on yesterday, I was able to use my computer for a while, but now, I don't know if it's the Aquaphor or what, like it's not registering my hands on like the mouse pad. So maybe I just need to get a mouse, but it just is like I can't use my devices, which is probably the activity that requires the least of my hands. And then when it comes to like cleaning and organizing and moving things, I really need my hands for that. And it's not even just like that I need to like touch things, which like now that I have the gloves, theoretically I can touch things easier without worrying about whether or not it'll like mess up my skin. But like, it's also just applying pressure. It makes me not want to climb or like lift weights as much, because like then I go to the gym and I have to like touch things and touch the walls and stuff, and I need to like tape my hand pretty meticulously. Basically, this is affecting my life way more than I wish it were, and I'm trying my best to like not let it like take over my life, because then it just makes me want to like sit on the couch and either just sit there or to just scroll. And I don't want to like just give in to that. Like there are things in my life that I need to do. It's distracting enough that I like am taking time out of my day to pick at my skin when that's not good for me, but like it just is like so hard for my head to wrap around sometimes. It's like I just need to like leave my hand alone, and it's gonna do its thing. It's gonna get like dry and crust over and be really disgusting. That doesn't mean it's better for me to pick it off. Sorry if this is really disgusting, but like it's just the truth. I feel like I didn't expect my eczema to kind of take over my life now that I'm unemployed, but it has taken up more of my headspace and time than I would like to admit, and it's not really my fault. Like I can't just like cure my eczema, unfortunately, so I need to like, I don't know, be gentler about it and do the things that will actually take care of me. It's pretty bad. So anyway, I have my gloves on, and I'm just gonna combat this by doing little things. So like there are things on the floor that I need to move. That's not gonna require me to do too much, and I'm just gonna take my time and do them slowly. I don't know if I mentioned, but my curtains have fallen down because I use command strips to tape up the rails for my curtains, and those have gotten loose because of all the heat recently. So rather than putting them back up, I've decided I want to just like get rid of them for now, pack them up, because I will be moving in about a month, so I don't think that it's worth the effort. It took quite a bit of time for me to get those rails up in the first place, and I don't have full-size command strips on the ready right now. I would have to go out and buy some. Also, because it's warmer, I've been getting carpet beetles all over my curtains. It freaked me out because I was like, I needed to make sure they weren't bed bugs, but I did verify on the internet that it's very common in North California to get carpet beetles. They're not anything as bad as bed bugs are. So all that I need to do is actually just wash my curtains and get rid of any, I don't know, potential bugs that are in there, any larvae, and then pack those up in a box somewhere so that they're ready whenever I need to move. I have to say, it feels crazy. It feels like I just spent a lot of time on the computer, and it's just made me really anxious. I think that's why I've been avoiding these tasks for so long, because sometimes just researching things like healthcare plans and Roth IRA things, like that can be really stressful because it feels like such a black box and people do not do a good job of explaining how it all works. But me having sit down and put in that time, and it's been hours, and I don't feel good, but it actually is the work that needed to be done. So I'm patting myself on the back, at least for that one, because I have not touched any of this since the beginning of the month. So with that, I am going to slowly do some cleaning now, and I'll just do that for maybe the next hour and a half, and then I'll take a break. So yesterday, why do I have to lift bed on my rest day? I got very distracted trying to figure out if there was a way for me to pin the camera and do POV shots, but I can't, so it's like 5 now. I'm gonna do laundry. I'm gonna get rid of these carpet beetles from these curtains. Okay, they're icking me out. Do Tide hydrogen peroxide. It is 5:56 and we did it. My laundry is wrapping up in the dryer. We did all this cleaning. I'm pretty much good for the rest of today. And my plans are to make dinner and then head to the gym. More so to just hang out and talk with people. I feel like when you're unemployed, you don't really get to talk with people as much. I really just want to go and distract people from their climate. So we're gonna see how many people we can possibly distract. My only goal is to distract as many people as I possibly can. We're gonna make a Thai curry for dinner because I'm really craving that for some reason. Dude, I'm gonna put you down on the table. I'm tired of holding. Okay, so you won't see me make curry, but you'll see the finished product in 3, 2, 1, bam. Hi guys, I'm back home as you can see. I gotta say it was really nice to talk with people after a week of what feels like I didn't really talk to many people this week. I felt like the reset today was very much needed because now being at home just feels so different from what it's been feeling like the last however many days. Like honestly, when I quit my job, I thought that home would start to just feel so much more peaceful, not having like all of the work stress. And I don't think it like felt quite like that until I just fully did the reset today, but now I'm feeling so much more peaceful at home. Kind of bums me out that I can't stay longer, but it's been quite a good experience being at this apartment. I realized I never really like marketed my videos as living solo, but this was my first time just completely living by myself. And I really enjoyed it. So it's gonna feel really different to once again share space with somebody, whether that's being roommates or like subletting part of, I don't know, an apartment or something. But I feel like when you work in corporate and you have this like day in, day out rhythm, this routine to your life, that you stop anticipating that there will be periods of your life in which you really don't know what's going to happen. Like you have ideas for what you want in your life, whether that's to get a dream career, be in a relationship, but like your next day, month, year is pretty much like the rhythm that you've been feeling, your routine, and you don't really expect that to change so much. And now I'm suddenly in a phase of life in which I don't know what a month from now looks like, what a year from now looks like. I start to like even question things that I feel like are stable in my life because it makes me just realize how almost false it is that we expect stability. Even when I was working in corporate, I had this feeling of like boredom of like every day feeling the same. And it was interesting because I very consciously knew that I cannot predict what tomorrow looks like. I cannot predict that I will actually have the same work day, but for some reason, the predictability of it all managed to make it feel like I could, like I just knew exactly what was going to happen. I guess that's the thing about like working long term in a corporate environment. If it's an environment you really like, that's like healthy for you and supports what you want in life, then it's like an amazing situation to be in because you just know what your routine's going to be. You know you can expect things that will make you happy, but if it's not what you want, then it starts to make you feel like your future isn't in your own hands, or that you won't ever see changes to the way your life is, which like can just feel really sad. It's interesting. Like I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't know if I'm fully ready for it, except that I feel like I have to be. And I didn't know what corporate was going to be like. I don't know what this next phase is going to be like. I easily take for granted that I'm worrying about other things that are not work right now. Like, I just used to have so much work stress that I would forget about like everything else in life. There's so much more possibility out there. Anyway, food for thought. I'm gonna end the vlog here, and thanks so much for joining my journey as I'm rebuilding my life. I really hope that this becomes a series in which like we grow together, and that it becomes something that I'm really challenged to like do my best work and be present. I feel like I've felt more awake today than I have felt in all those years of working in a corporate job. I felt more present than ever. I like feel like I never had the energy to like question what I was doing, which was just sheer survival. And now I'm living from a place where it's not just about survival, it's about like curiosity and all that life has to offer. It's scary because it's uncertain. And actually the uncertainty is exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed and get ready to go back to that gym tomorrow. Good night, everyone.